In the heart of a quaint town, where the echoes of prayers mingle with the whispers of the wind, stands the venerable St. Jude's Church. Within these sacred walls, one man named Father Thomas found himself locked in a chilling duel with a force that defied the divine, a force that turned his sanctuary into a playground of shadows. Father Thomas, a man of faith, devoted his life to the service of his congregation. He was a beacon of hope and a pillar of strength, but even the strongest pillars can crack under the weight of a malevolent force. As darkness fell upon St. Jude's, Father Thomas found himself standing on the precipice of an abyss. The haunting began subtly. Shadows danced where none should be. The air grew colder, even under the warmth of the summer sun. The whispers of the wind grew louder, morphing into eerie lullabies. But Father Thomas, a man of strong faith, dismissed these occurrences as tricks of the mind. That was until the night the shadows moved. One fateful evening, as Father Thomas was in solemn prayer, he felt a chill creep up his spine. Turning around, he came face to face with a shadowy figure. The figure was indistinct, a smoky silhouette that seemed to be both there and not there. It was the embodiment of darkness, a living shadow that lurked in the corners of the church. It was an entity that defied all logic, all reason, and all faith. Father Thomas, shaken but undeterred, took it upon himself to face the entity. He reached out to his faith, his scriptures, his prayers, but every attempt to banish the shadow was met with defiance. The entity was insidious, its presence growing stronger with each passing day, its shadows creeping further into the church and into Father Thomas's mind. As the days turned into weeks, Father Thomas found himself in a war of attrition. His faith was tested, his resolve was shaken, but he stood his ground. He fought against the shadows, against the fear, against the unknown. He was a solitary soldier in a battle against a foe that was as intangible as it was terrifying. The haunting of Father Thomas is a chilling reminder of the thin veil that separates our world from the unknown. A veil that, once breached, can turn even the most sacred sanctuaries into arenas of horror. It's a tale that makes us question our understanding of the divine and the demonic. It forces us to face the unsettling reality that sometimes faith and fear are two sides of the same coin. In the end, Father Thomas's battle against the shadowy entity is a testament to the enduring power of faith in the face of fear. It's a stark reminder that even in the face of the unknown, the human spirit can shine through the darkest of shadows. But it also leaves us with a chilling question. What other secrets are lurking in the shadows of our own sanctuaries? As we reflect on the haunting of Father Thomas, we are left with an uneasy sense of the unknown. The story serves as a chilling reminder that even in places of faith and sanctuary, darkness can find a home. It's a stark testament to the delicate balance between the physical and the spiritual, the known and the unknown, the holy and the unholy. And it leaves us wondering what happens when that balance is disrupted. What happens when the shadows start to move?
In the quiet town of St. Augustine, Father Thomas, a man of faith and conviction, stands as a beacon of hope and solace. Known for his unwavering devotion, he bears a mission that transcends the mere restoration of a church. The catacombs, a relic of a time long past, beckon him, whispering secrets from the shadows. Beneath the sanctuary, the catacombs sprawl, a labyrinth of ancient stone and forgotten prayers. Unearthed during a recent excavation, the catacombs have sat untouched, preserving their mysteries for centuries. A sense of trepidation and exhilaration mingles in the air as Father Thomas embarks on his journey into the unknown. The catacombs, a testament to the church's lengthy and storied past, hold more than just dust and cobwebs. Within their depths, Father Thomas can feel a presence, a lingering echo of something that refuses to be forgotten. An inexplicable force pulls him deeper into the winding tunnels, a siren's call that he cannot ignore. With each step, the weight of history presses upon him. The air grows colder, the silence more profound. The walls whisper tales of saints and sinners, of ceremonies held under the cover of night. But the catacombs guard their secrets well, revealing them only to those who dare to listen. And Father Thomas listens. He listens to the silence, to the whispers, to the echoes of the past. He listens to the catacombs, and the catacombs speak back. They speak of a darker time, of ancient rituals and forgotten gods. They speak of a sinister presence that once ruled these tunnels, a presence that perhaps never truly left. But the catacombs are not done with their revelations. As Father Thomas delves deeper, he stumbles upon something that chills him to his very core, a discovery that should have remained buried, a secret that threatens to shatter his world. And yet, the catacombs remain silent, their secrets locked away in the stone. What has Father Thomas discovered? What ancient horror has been awakened from its slumber? And what does this mean for him and for the town of St. Augustine? The answers remain buried, waiting to be unearthed, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. But for now, we are left in suspense, our imaginations running wild with possibilities. What lies in wait in the depths of the catacombs? Only time will tell.
In the heart of a quaint, seemingly tranquil town, an old church stands, its age-old stones whispering tales of centuries past. But lately, these walls echo not with hymns or prayers, but with an unsettling chorus of whispers that seem to emanate from the very fabric of the church itself. As the sun dips below the horizon each evening, the church, under renovation, takes on an eerie life of its own. The hush of the night is pierced by the distant clink of tools that should be silent, the shuffling of feet where no one treads. Each night, Father Thomas, a beacon of faith and strength in the community, finds himself drawn into this symphony of the inexplicable. Then come the shadows. Lurking at the periphery of his vision, these spectral silhouettes dance and flicker like the flames of a forgotten candle, elusive yet persistent. They vanish when he turns to face them, only to reappear when he looks away. An eerie game of cat and mouse unfolds in the sacred hush of the church, leaving Father Thomas on edge, his heart pounding in his chest. Days turn into weeks, and the strange occurrences intensify. The whispers grow louder, more insistent, as if trying to relay a message only Father Thomas can decipher. The shadowy figures become bolder, their fleeting appearances now morphing into lingering specters that refuse to be ignored. As the renovations progress, so does the mystery. The church, once a sanctuary of peace, now radiates an aura of dread and foreboding. The echoes of the past intertwine with the whispers of the present, creating an intricate tapestry of fear that hangs heavy in the air. In response to these inexplicable events, Father Thomas oscillates between fear and fascination. His faith, once unshakable, now trembles under the weight of the unknown. Yet in the face of the inexplicable, he finds his curiosity piqued. What secrets do these whispers hold? What message do the shadows convey? As time marches on, the strange events within the church's walls remain unexplained, leaving Father Thomas with more questions than answers. The whispers continue to echo through the halls, the shadows persist in their spectral dance. The church stands, a monument not only to faith but also to the inexplicable. And in the heart of it all, Father Thomas remains, a solitary figure grappling with the unknown, caught in a web of mystery that continues to unfurl, leaving an unsettling sense of unease in its wake.
In the quiet cloister of a forgotten chapel, Father Thomas kneels, his hands clasped in desperate prayer. The scent of old incense lingers in the air, a faint echo of a time when this hallowed space buzzed with life and devotion. Yet now, it stands as a silent testament to the man who has lost his way. A man of the cloth, sworn to serve and protect his flock, Father Thomas harbors a secret that gnaws at his very soul. Cast your mind back to a time when his eyes were bright with faith, his heart full of conviction. Now, those same eyes are clouded with fear, his heart heavy with guilt. Picture a small town, nestled in the heart of the countryside. Father Thomas, a beacon of hope and guidance, is beloved by all. But beneath the surface, a darkness stirs. The first sin, a lie told to protect a secret. The second, a betrayal of trust. The third, a grave sin of omission. Each misstep etching a deeper mark on his conscience, each transgression pulling him further from his path of righteousness. The ghost of these past sins haunts him, whispering in the stillness of the night, echoing in the hollowness of the chapel. A spectral figure, shrouded in the shadows, emerges from the abyss of his guilt. It is a malevolent entity, born out of his transgressions, nourished by his guilt, growing stronger with each passing day. Father Thomas, once a shepherd to his flock, now finds himself the hunted, pursued by a relentless specter of his own creation. Each prayer he utters, each desperate plea for forgiveness only serves to fuel the entity's hunger. It thrives on his fear, feeds on his guilt, and revels in his despair. The lines between reality and nightmare blur. Is this a divine trial, a punishment for his sins, or is it a figment of his guilt-ridden mind, a manifestation of his inner demons? The answers elude him, lost in the labyrinth of his guilt and fear. In the silence of the chapel, Father Thomas stands alone, a man teetering on the edge of his faith. As the darkness closes in, he must face his past, confront his sins, and fight for his soul. But can he overcome the entity that feeds on his guilt? Or will he succumb to the darkness that threatens to consume him? As the clock strikes midnight, the specter looms closer, its chilling presence filling the chapel. The echoes of his past sins ring loud in his ears, the weight of his guilt bears down on him, and the darkness is closing in. And so, we leave Father Thomas standing on the precipice of his faith, staring into the abyss of his past, with the specter of his sins looming over him. What happens next? Only time will tell.
Have you ever wondered how far a man will go to save his soul? Picture this: Father Thomas, a humble priest, standing on the precipice of desperation and despair, begins an eerie journey that will change the course of his life forever. Father Thomas's tale begins in the spring of 2024. As the cherry blossoms fall, he finds himself grappling with a crisis of faith. The answers he seeks elude him in the Holy Scriptures, pushing him towards the forbidden pages of ancient texts and rituals long forgotten. Like a moth to a flame, the occult lures him in. Unbeknownst to him, he's embarked on a path that few return from unscathed. Summer fades into autumn, and with each passing day, Father Thomas descends deeper into the labyrinth of the occult. Enigmatic symbols and cryptic incantations become his new gospel. His church, once a sanctuary of peace and prayer, now houses a secret portal into the catacombs beneath. These catacombs, draped in darkness and echoing with whispers of the past, promise answers to his burning questions. As winter blankets the world above, Father Thomas is consumed by his quest. The catacombs, with their chilling air and shadowy corners, become his second home. But with each new secret he uncovers, each forbidden ritual he performs, he realizes that the evil he fears is not lurking in the dark corners of the catacombs. No, it's far closer than he ever could have imagined. Spring returns, marking a full year since Father Thomas's journey began, but he is not the same man who watched the cherry blossoms fall the previous year. His eyes, once full of hope and faith, now hold a darkness that mirrors the catacombs he's grown so fond of. And as he stands in the heart of the church, the realization dawns on him: the true evil he's been seeking lies not beneath the church, but within the depths of his own soul. And so Father Thomas stands at a crossroads. Does he continue his quest, knowing the darkness within him grows stronger with each passing day? Or does he turn back, abandoning the secrets of the catacombs and the power they promise in a desperate attempt to save his soul? The decision lies before him, an ominous choice that could seal his fate forever. But what will Father Thomas choose, and what will become of him, this humble priest who dared to delve into the occult? These are questions that only time can answer. For now, all we can do is wait and wonder as the cherry blossoms fall once more.
Does evil truly exist, or is it merely the absence of good? A question as old as time itself, and one that Father Thomas finds himself wrestling with in the darkest corners of his mind. Once a man of unwavering faith, Father Thomas finds his beliefs shaken when he encounters a malevolent force that begins to consume him. The once bright flame of his faith flickers in the face of this encroaching darkness. But even in his moments of doubt, Father Thomas refuses to succumb completely. He clings to the tattered remnants of his faith, using it as a shield against the cruel onslaught of the darkness. Days turn into weeks, and weeks into months. The darkness grows stronger, feeding off Father Thomas's fear and doubt. It whispers insidious lies into his ears, tempting him with promises of power and freedom. But Father Thomas sees through its deception. He knows that true power lies not in succumbing to darkness, but in overcoming it. In the final confrontation, Father Thomas stands alone against the darkness. With courage as his sword, he battles the demonic entity. The battle is fierce and brutal. Father Thomas is pushed to his limits, but he does not falter. He fights with all his might, his faith burning brighter with each passing moment. In the end, it is Father Thomas's unwavering faith and unyielding courage that triumph over the darkness. He emerges victorious, not unscathed, but stronger and more resolute. The malevolent force is banished, and Father Thomas is redeemed. In the narrative of Father Thomas's struggle, we find a tale of redemption and the triumph of good over evil. It is a testament to the power of faith and courage, and a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming darkness, light can still prevail. It is a story that resonates across ages and cultures, a timeless tale of the human spirit's indomitable will to survive and thrive. So, does evil truly exist? Perhaps. But as Father Thomas's story shows, so does the power to overcome it.
In the darkest corners of the mind, where fear and faith collide, lies a story that chills the soul. A tale that shatters the veil between the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown, the sacred and the profane. This is the harrowing journey of Father Thomas. Once a beacon of light in a world teetering on the edge of despair, Father Thomas was a man of unwavering faith. His conviction was as solid as the ancient stones of the cathedral he served. Yet, beneath the surface of his steadfast devotion, a storm was brewing, a battle between the holy and the horrific. As the night descends and the sanctuary of the church fades into shadows, Father Thomas finds himself plunged into a realm where his faith is tested in the most terrifying ways. The once familiar grounds of his church transform into a labyrinth of fear and uncertainty, his only guide the flickering flame of his faith. Here, in this netherworld of nightmares, Father Thomas encounters the manifestation of his deepest fears and darkest doubts. He is forced to confront the grotesque demons that lurk within, each one a reflection of his inner turmoil. This is not just a fight for his soul, but a battle for the very essence of his belief. In his quest for redemption, Father Thomas must wrestle with questions that shake the foundations of his faith. Can he vanquish the darkness within, or will he be consumed by it? What does it truly mean to believe? And when the line between good and evil blurs, where does one find the strength to choose the path of righteousness? Sanctuary of Shadows is more than just a horror tale. It is a deep dive into the human psyche, an exploration of the power of faith and the capacity for redemption. It forces us to question, to confront, and ultimately to choose. In the end, Father Thomas's journey is a mirror held up to our own fears and doubts. It is a chilling reminder that even in the face of unspeakable horror, the light of faith can still shine through. But it also poses a haunting question. When the darkness comes for you, where will you find your sanctuary? So venture forth, if you dare, into the Sanctuary of Shadows. Walk with Father Thomas, share his fears, his doubts, his faith, and perhaps in the end, you'll find answers to questions you never dared to ask. For in the heart of darkness, sometimes the most profound truths are revealed.